Hello YouTube, it's Ryan here with Hobbies and Man once again, and today we're going to be doing our first video for the month of July. We're going to be doing our July TBR video. So this TBR video is going to be pretty standard, but it's going to be a lot of different things from a lot of different genres, I think, because since I'm going on a trip, I do have to be conscious of how many volumes I'm taking with me. So I'm going to do a lot of digital reading, right? So I'm going to try to put a dent into the digital pile that I have from last year, which is really not that many books left over. But, you know, the pile did grow since I bought a bunch of digital manga just this past month, since there's a lot of sales, right? So, yeah, let's get into it. The first 3 books that I have on my TBR are actually pretty low priority, but they're basically brought over from last month, so I gotta put them first in my, like, the way I set up things. I don't know, I have a very like weird structure about things. So Tanya the Evil, I don't really have any rush to read this, but I do want to put it on my TBR just to remind myself, hey, you got to read this at some point, right? So Tanya the Saga of the Evil, or the Saga of Tanya the Evil, sorry, I always get confused with the title. It's just really dense, and it's really not enjoyable to read because it is so dense. Like, I do enjoy it after I get into the mood of it, but in order to get into the mood, or in order to push through the amount of pages necessary for me to get into the mood to read it, is quite a difficult task when I have so many other books that I am much more interested in reading. So even though I like it, it's just a lot of dense writing, and so it makes it difficult to really sink my teeth into. So I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm just gonna put it on my TBR and mention it in these videos just to remind myself, hey, you gotta read this, man. Similarly, we have Shadow Rising. I'm not really gonna say I'm gonna read this because I probably won't, but it's still here just for the same reasons. I just want to make sure that I remind myself, hey, you gotta read this, and continue to do so until I actually end up picking it up. So yeah, that's it for the Shadow Rising. That's the 4th book in the Wheel of Time. And it's just a lot of stuff to read. So, yeah, the last one in this little pile, which is actually probably the only one that I actually will end up reading, is Red Rising. This is the first book in the, what's it called? Red Rising trilogy, I guess. It's, I actually liked the first 30 pages that I read. Let me see if that's accurate. Yeah, the first 36 pages, I made it up to chapter 5, are good. It's just, I didn't get around to it. So I'm going to try to get through 100 pages of this here soon. And once I get past the first 100 pages, I should have enough momentum going for me to finish reading it. So hopefully that is the case. And if not, it's no big deal. But, you know, it is something that I do want to finish reading. So, yeah. Okay. Now I have a bunch of digital stuff that I'm going to be reading while I'm in Mexico, if we actually end up going. I'm not too sure because, you know, since we got COVID 2 weeks ago, right? Okay, wait, I got COVID on the 21st of June, and it was 5 days after that is basically the cutoff. Like, you can interact with people again at that point. It's been about 10 days since I got sick, and we're not sure if we want to, you know, go and risk, interacting with my mom's family. So I don't know. I think we are going to go, but we're not too sure just yet. But, you know, if that is the case, and even if it's not the case, these are the books that I'm going to be trying to read this month. So first off, I have 3 light novels that are all digital. I have them on Bookwalker. The first one is Faraway Paladin. If I like this one, I'm going to transition over to the physical editions because I really like those physical hardcover books that J Novel Club has for Faraway Paladin. The next one is Dungeon Buster 2. I really enjoyed the first one, so hopefully I enjoy the second one as well. I'm going to be, I'm really excited to get back into it because I really enjoy the artwork, even though it's like ridiculously raunchy compared to the actual stuff that happens in the book. So that's going to be fun, but I also really like the story, so I'm really looking forward to it. Then we have Campfire Cooking Volume 1. This is another J Novel Club title, and I'm really excited about this one because it's a cooking isekai. And I really like cooking with wild game, so hopefully I enjoy cooking, campfire cooking as well. So, yeah, those are the 3 digital light novels that I'm going to take with me. Then I have the 2 volumes of Barrage. I've been, putting it off for a while. I want to read Barrage. It's only 17 chapters. I already downloaded them on my iPad, so I should be able to read them while I am on the road, so that's going to be fun. I'm really excited about that. Barrage is written by Horikoshi. It's basically the precursor to My Hero Academia, and a lot of the characters basically look like My Hero Academia characters, or at least they're a lot more similar than like things from his earlier set of works. So yeah, and then I have the first saga of One Punch Man. It's the first 15 chapters. It's called the Introduction Saga. I'm not really that big of a fan of One Punch Man. I tried to watch the anime a few years ago. I didn't find it fun or enjoyable, but I do want to give it another go. And I think that 15 chapters is, a good enough amount of content for me to make a sound decision. I think it's about 2 volumes. So if I like the intro saga, I'll continue reading it. And if I don't, I'll drop it. It's no big deal. I just really like the art style of One Punch Man. I really like the panels that I see. I just feel like the story didn't really quite grab me. So I'm hoping that this time around it does. And then the next thing that I want to get is, the next thing I want to read is One Piece. I want to get back into One Piece. I want to read the Fishman Island saga, which should be 50-ish chapters. I think it's from 597 to 653, so it's about 60 chapters, which is great. I'm really excited about that. I have the first 20 or so downloaded on my iPad as well, and hopefully I get around to reading it here soon. So yeah, that's it for the digital stuff. I have a bunch of physical titles that I also want to look at. So give me a second and I'll come back to this arrangement. Okay, so let's look at the physical stuff. I'm probably going to take this with me to Mexico. So I'm going to have all of the digital stuff that I mentioned, plus these 7 physical titles, just because it's really not that much. Also, I basically have nothing to do when I'm spending time at my grandma's house. Like I interact with them and, I spend time with my family talking to them, but we only really do that for like a small amount of time compared to the time that I have free at their house. So I actually end up sitting on the couch and reading most of the day. So yeah, so first off is Grass Ross Volume 1. I'm really excited about this. This is one of probably my favorite purchase last month, or one of my favorite purchases last month, and I really can't wait to get into it. And this first volume is only violent. It doesn't have any raunchy stuff that I know is going to be happening in the next couple volumes here. So I'm happy to take this one down to Mexico because, I have younger cousins and I don't really want them to flip through my manga and like see titties and stuff. So I try to make sure that anything I bring with me physically isn't really going to be all that explicit, right? Or I try my best. And it's not necessarily always the case, but sometimes I try to keep the stuff that is very much like very, very ecchi away from them, just because I don't find it to be fun, right? And it would not be a fun experience to like have one of my younger cousins flip through my manga and then be like, oh my god, there's titties here, and then have to explain to my aunt, hey, no, it's nothing bad. It's just comics, right? So I don't know, it's whatever. But then Mobile Suit Gundam 1 and 2, this is Gundam Thunderbolts. Oops, sorry, I think I showed you that one upside down. There you go. This one is mostly action. I can't remember there being any, yeah, it's literally all action. And I'm really excited to get into it, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Hopefully, I can pick up the third one next month when I come back. If not, oh well. This next title is probably the one that's going to be a little bit raunchy, and I'll just have to be aware of my stuff with this one. But it's No Guns Life, volumes 4, 5, and 6. And I read the first 3. I really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to keep reading more. I think there's 14 of these total, or maybe 13. I can't remember, but I'm basically halfway through the series, and that's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to reading it and getting around to collecting it because it's really, really good. So yeah, that's all there is to that one. And then the last physical title that I have here is Batman Year 1. Oh, sorry, this way. There you go. I don't know. I just really enjoyed the Batman movie, and I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I just hadn't gotten around to it until now. So here we are. This is the last thing that I'm going to take with me to Mexico, at least the physical copies that I'm going to take with me to Mexico. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this. I know Year 1 is basically like the beginning of the story, and it's probably going to be very similar to what I read or from what I watched, but I'm really excited about that. So yeah, there you go. I have some alternative titles that I don't know if I'm going to take with me. Well, I think most of them I'm not going to take with me, but one of them I might, because it's a novel. So I don't know. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is the one that I'm talking about right now. This is King Dragon. This is a classic, you know, hidden world type of story. It's like it says here, in the tradition of Conan Doyle, Haggard, and Edgar Rice Burroughs, and Howard, which I'm guessing means Robert E. Howard, the guy that did Conan. This one also has 50 illustrations by Esteban Marato, who is a person that does very classic, very cool pulp style, you know, art. And I bought this a while back. I don't know what it's about. I just like the cover. You know, the hot chick and the dragon is very cool. And it seems to be some sort of hidden world / you know, planetary romance type of story. And I'm just going to take it with me, probably, because it's a nice small package. And it's a physical novel, so it's like fun to, you know, read. And because I really have been, you know, really looking forward to reading some more pulp style stuff, because I really enjoyed Bella and Valeria and the Death Dealer comic books that I read last month. So I want to get more into that. And I've been eyeing some different, you know, Pulp Fiction lots online, on eBay and on Mercari. So maybe I'll buy some of them later in the month. But for now, I just want to read this and see if it's any good. I've never read anything by Andrew J. Offutt, but I think he did erotica as well. So it's a really interesting author. But yeah, this is probably the only other title that I'm going to take with me physically. And other than that, I just have Glibnir, which I'm definitely not going to take with me because this is really raunchy. There's a lot of boobies everywhere, and it's just easier to avoid the issue than to, you know, possibly confront it. So there you go, Glibnir 4. I'm definitely going to read this probably before I leave because I'm really excited about that one. And then Dress Up Darling 3 and 4. So yeah, there we go. That's the TBR for this month. I'm probably going to end up reading a lot of other stuff beyond this because I do have some plans to reread some series. I want to get back to the beginning of Black Clover. I want to reread that and start kind of doing, you know, what's called arc / saga reviews for it. I think it'll be fun. Other than that, you know, just whatever crosses my path is probably going to be something I read. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your TBR for this month is down below. And thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.